So I guess it's the beginning of the video. We're talking about, we can talk about Gula. We're going to talk about Mashiach. We're going to be talking about Simcha. We're going to talk about elevation of consciousness. We're going to be talking about Gog, umagog. We got a good sugya up here for you. We're steiging here. Oh, I got this guy. Oh, maybe now you could hear me. Maybe you couldn't even hear me before. I don't know, guys. It's supposed to be coming the next 2 minutes. I thought I would get up and say hey to the people listening instead of having the beginning always be someone just trying to teach me how to do stuff on computers. So sitting here in the Rosh Yeshiva's office, Gula show. It's my papa. So shout out to my papa. Much love. He's in Woodmere right now. Steiging a Vec. We got what else we got? We got this ghetto Himalayan salt shaker. Looks like one of those things that you put Zachen in. We're still figuring it out, when, shear, and why, and then we're talking about the sugya of the end of days in Judaism, the sugya of the days of Messiah. What does it say is supposed to happen? What can we, right? What are they saying about it? Been talking about this, for a while, but now in Corona time, we're let's figure out what's going on. We saw in the last, I'm going to give the guys a little bit of an intro. The Gemara in Sanhedrin at Daf Tzadi Tes about Yochanan and Shmuel. We seem to paskin like Shmuel, that ain't been Olam Hazeh, Limos Mashiach, Ki Im Shiabud Maclchuyos Bilvad. And we're going to talk about, in tonight's shir, we're going to talk about, we're going to go right there in the sugya. We're also going to talk about what might the shiabud maclchuyos. We're going to start getting into the Ma'asav. What might the shiabud maclchuyos be that we're trying to end? The Gula is an end of shiabud maclchuyos. And if it's something, if shiabud maclchuyos is a cognitive step. Shiabud maclchuyos is a step that we do with our brains. That we're not in shiabud maclchuyos because nothing else is different. It's just we grew as a species, as a nation. We stopped feeling bad, stopped having these bad feelings. Stopped, there's a lot of issues nowadays, mental health, and I think that it could be related to shiabud maclchuyos. I think that this, both mitzad the malchuyos and mitzad us, mitzad the malchuyos, if they were chilling, they wouldn't need to control us in the Brave New World. It's just control, just for the sake of control and power, and they wouldn't need to do that. They wouldn't need to be that, because they would be chilling. And for us, there's no way that, right? There's these people high up that are doing this stuff. And if we were chilling, if we were really chilling, there's no way we would accept that. Well, we outnumber them like crazy, but they're controlling. There's something going on. Something's happening. People are oh, conspiracy theory. I'm yo, did Jeffrey Epstein commit suicide? Did he? Wait. Oh, he didn't? So then all theories are back on the biggity. Yo, what's up, dude?
What's up, Shmuel? How you doing, man?
I'm chilling, bro. How are you?
Doing good, man. I like the hair.
Thanks, bro.
Flow.
Yeah, let it flow, exactly. Yo, how was your week, man?
This was good. Finish up school, Baruch Hashem.
You
100
finished
up.
in
No,
school
one
now.
more. One more to
One
go.
more,
For now.
one more test or one more year?
One more year.
Nice.
Almost there.
Almost there. You know, you got a spot in Gula Show for you.
No joke. I'd love to stop by.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. You'll be sick. Yo, what's going on, Wilds? All right. So,
Hello.
hey, what's up, dude?
Sorry about. Hey guys,
What's going on?
nothing much.
How was
Jake?
your week? How was your last time I saw you? Was, I think like 2 weeks ago, right?
No, it was one. No,
Oh, maybe it was one. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Rabini always asks me. He's like, "Who is it cheer?" I was like, "Rebbe, I couldn't tell you. Even if I know the names. Like we had.
Yeah, if you give him the
Yeah,
names,
Bell.
you know, he's not
Yeah.
gonna understand.
Exactly. So actually, so like me and Rabini are like figuring it out. I finally made that WhatsApp group today that I've been meaning to make. You know, so that's cool. And we're going weiter in the sugya, yo. We're going weiter in the sugya. You guys ready? What do you guys remember, like from the last sugya? We were talking about. I'll tell you if you want. But like, what do you guys remember, like from what we've learned so far? I sent the source sheets, by the way, on the side. You know, like I'll give a brief overview. I don't want to put you guys on the spot. A brief overview of the sugya that we've been doing. So for the last few weeks, we were dealing with the sugya of Mashiach and Yimosa Mashiach and Olam Haba, and the idea of two Mashiachs that we came to organically. Oh no, I just killed a mosquito.
You get him?
On camera. I got him, yeah. But like, you know, I don't like killing anything. You know? I don't even like taking a piece of grass off of its place. But mosquitoes, you know, like they could be dangerous. Yo, what happens? I'm gonna throw out a crazy theory right now, and then we're gonna move right there. But what happens if a mosquito bites a guy with corona, and then the mosquitoes spreading corona? It's a good thing that I don't know. It's a good thing that like I killed that mosquito, but you know, and we'll see. We're gonna talk a little bit about corona tonight, but first let's go back into the sugya. You know, so we saw this Gemara in Sanhedrin, machlchuyos Rabbi Yochanan and Shmuel, how the days of Messiah will present themselves. Will they be identical to our world with one change of this idea of shiabud maclchuyos, that is not going to be a subjugation of governments, right? Or is it going to be like Rabbi Yochanan said that like all of the Nevi'im we're talking about Yimosa Mashiach, and like that means ostensibly there's going to be Tchias HaMesim, there's going to be all these miracles. So that's what Rabbi Yochanan said. Machlokes Rabbi Yochanan and Shmuel. We saw that the Rambam seemed to bring both opinions, and we were like, how is that possible? And instead of like just running to an answer, we obliged fair. Then we saw that the Kesef Mishnah actually ends in a Tzarech Ian, which means that this is like a Geshmak, a kasha. You know, when you ask a kasha, and the Kesef Mishnah answers it, it's a big like it's very gewaldig. You know, like, oh, I was mechavein to the kasha of the Kesef Mishnah. But when you ask a question, the Kesef Mishnah says ich weiß nicht also, then you know you're steiged, right? We saw the Kesef Mishnah. We saw a Ben Aryeh who brought the Gra and Safra Ditzniasa, you know, and like I started like just looking into Safra Ditzniasa. We'll get to that. Safra Ditzniasa is the Gra on the most esoteric part of Zohar, and just one thing about it that he saw is his Safra. Whatever, I don't even need to say it, but because like you know it's like Kabbalistic, and like I only talk about that stuff when it's nogea to the sugya. But I did take a look at it today, and just one thing that's cool, you know, we're going to be building on all of these concepts, you know, like throughout the weeks, Mirza Hashem. So just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, Safra, and the Gra says Safra is Chachma, and Sniasa is above Chachma, which is, you guys know what's above Chachma? Nah? Keser.
What is it?
Keser. And it's hidden. It's completely hidden. It's the Ratzon. Now, we're not going to go into that because I am not a Kabbalah teacher. I'm a Nigla Rebbe. But like between me and you, and like anyone who clicks on my who clicks on the thing, it's Ratzon, and that's it's hidden. It's God's will to, and even that gets split up. You have Atikatisha, you have Adam Kadmon, you have Atik. Right now we're just getting to the sugya. I just wanted to throw out that little Kabbalistic tangent just to let you guys know that these ideas like exist. And they're relevant to our sugya, which is really cool because this is the sugya that's been waiting to be learned for a long time, and now like it's coming maybe lemaisa, but still we're even before we get into the Kabbalah, before we get into modern days, we got to get back into the sugya of Mashiach. We saw the idea that there might be two Mashiachs, where there actually is, according to the Gemara, but we don't know if that's pshat in the Rambam. So the Ben Arya says pshat in the Rambam. We said in the Rambam, maybe the Rambam is paskening a maclchuyos because he says lafika chesh machlokes b'dvar man. Okay. We saw last week. We saw a few examples of people who have been identified by the Gemara or by Midrashim or by Targum Yonasan as possible candidates for someone who was Mashiach in that time. Who did we see? We saw Shlomo HaMelech, and we saw Yeravim ben Nevat. Then we saw Achav, and we saw Yoshiyahu, nice. Josiah, good call. And we mentioned that there's like talk about Rabbi Akiva and Bar Kochva being Mashiach ben Yosef, Mashiach ben David. We talked about that. I saw today a medrash. I was thinking about telling it too, but I was like, no, because I mentioned it last week. Fine. That's another thing. If we get back into that, and we probably will, go back to Rabbi Akiva. But there's a Gemara. If you see the source sheet.
What? Quick question.
Yeah. What up, bro?
What do we all? I remember, I could be wrong. We all said there's like a difference between the two Mashiachs. Like one was material. What was that
so
again?
That's Rav Kook's This is Rav Kook's right? And I brought it. Also, I brought it just like tangentially. I would, by the way, love to go over that mimer of Rav Kook, Amir Tzar Hashem, one day. Like he goes through all of the idea of Mashiach ben Yosef, the idea of Mashiach ben David. He wanted to say that Yeravim, who was a great politician, but he wasn't religious. That's the Yeravim and Achav and Achav, that they were like Ahab, right? That they were like great politicians, but they weren't religious at all. But they were like good for like the kavod of Am Yisrael. And he said that's Mashiach ben Yosef's Indian. On the other hand, Yoshiyahu was super frum. He was the best king. He was so frum, but he was too machmir. He didn't care about politics. He didn't care about the other nations. He was just like, no, don't even come through my land. I'm going to be machmir on the bracha. And that ended up leading to his demise. Right? Now today we're gonna so those are like the two kings that we spoke about. Today we're gonna talk about a king. I want to say he's Yoshiyahu's great grandfather. I want to say that because I looked it up, but I still I'm not looking at it right now, so I'm wrong. But let's take a look at the source sheet. You guys got the source sheet?
Sanhedrin's the first source.
Yeah. So, and again, shout out to my sister and Safaria. It's very geschmack, but not going to replace this, especially because to take a long shtickle of Gemara and put it on the source sheet is a little bit out of my skill set so far with Safaria. Safaria is the best. It's my favorite website in the world. It's my favorite website, and I love it so much. But they can make it a little bit more user friendly. All right. So, do you guys want to read? By the way, who wants to read the first source? It's like a pretty. That's the thing. When we were sitting in Shaigi, we had Gemaras and we were. So right now, it's a Zoom thing. If you guys want to try to read that, if someone wants to try to take a shot at that, I would be down. But if you guys are we don't want to, so then I'll be yo, I was born for this, so I'm down. It's
I can take it.
You take it? Go for it.
I can try.
Go for it. Try it. So we're doing here. We're
All right.
starting here. All right.
So, Lemarbe Misra B'Shalom in Kate V'Gomer Amarav Tanchum Darash Bar Kapra B'Tzipori B'Fema Kol Mem Sheba Emsa Teva. So why is it that every time that the letter Mem is in the middle of a word? Patuach. Oh, all right. Patuach V'Zestum B'Kishikash Baruch Hu Lasos Chazkiyahu Mashiach B'Sancharev Gog Umagog. So why is it that normally when you have a Mem in the middle of a word that it doesn't have the little dot thingy in the middle? I think.
No, yeah, like it's a little bit hard because they write it here with regular, but I like right before share, I'm like, wait a second, like this is not the best. This is another thing Safari could change. It happens to be that if you look in a cloth of Yeshayahu, that mem is a mem sofit of Bimarbe. It's crazy. It's like,
oh, that's cool.
Here, Bimarbe Misra. Let me see if I can show you guys this. All right, so it says,
oh yeah,
Limarbe, and you're like, what is that nun sofit doing in the middle of the word? Asks the Gemara. So, and the point is, in Limarbe Misra, there should be a lot of like Misra and the Shalom in case there's no end to peace, fine. Whatever that pasuk is talking about, right? Very yeshivish of you, completely skipping whatever that pasuk is talking about. You're like, let's get to the Gemara. Very yeshivish, applaud. But we actually, in these shiurim, I've been learning more Tanakh than I have my whole life, learning about who these kings are. Chizkiyahu, Achav, Isaiah, Josiah, whatever. Like we're steiged here, and I'm learning a lot of Tanakh. But yeah, good job skipping like whatever that means because it's not important. It's important.
Taught me well.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Amar Rabbi Danchum. Darash bar kapara b'tzipori mipnei ma kol. By the way, you killed it. Why is every mem in the middle open? It's an open mem. V'zeh satum, and this one is closed. So what Zog Viter?
So what's the reason? Because Hashem Bikei Shekash Baruch Hu Lasos Chizkiyahu Mashiach. Hashem wanted to make Chizkiyahu Mashiach, and Sancharev into Gog Umagog, and somehow that would answer the question.
Right, and somehow that would answer the question. Right, somehow. Live and fair, we don't know. All right, why? You want to see Rashi?
Sure. Mem shebet tevat lemarbe hamishre.
So yeah.
Stop there.
No. You were good. I just wanted to add that, like, usually, like, what's going on, Shmuel? Why didn't you bring the Maramoko? Why didn't you bring the Dibur Maschil? You know, we learned that you always be the Dibur Maschil. So it has to be that this is a weird Rashi, and it doesn't have a Dibur Maschil. It just kind of says it. I can show you guys in the Gemara. There's no Dibur Maschil. It's just kind of one of those Rashis without a Dibur Maschil. You know, Mem Shevetev. You know, look. I don't know if you guys, it's like.
Have you ever seen that before?
Sometimes, like Rashi does that. It's a little strange. So, anyways, fine. So you have right there. Mem shebetevas lemarbe hamisra satum. Right, it's closed. Zog vayter.
Nistam lomar nistemu hadvarim she'alu b'machshala. Keep going.
No, taich. Lekach nistam. Therefore, it was. Stam means or satum.
It's like closed.
Exactly. So therefore, it's using the closed mem even in the middle. Why? Lomar to tell you nistamu ha'devarim, which is that like the idea.
The closed letters are higher in thought, or
not necessarily higher in thought, but it's hidden from us. Lekach, right? It's hidden, something that God wanted to do. The machshava, by the way, machshava is chachma. You can hear it from me. It was ola to machshava, and it was lo nase, but it never happened. Right, so that's why it's satum. Lishna achri. Now this is a great.
It's ironic.
Why is it ironic?
It's ironic because, like, I get the point of like the fact that it is like a mem that's like stone. Therefore, like the idea is it was like hidden, it was closed. But like through having the memsofit in the middle of the word, like it dafka brought attention to it, right? The whole point why we're asking this question, and like is dafka because it's like different. So even though like I get the thumb point, but like I think it's interesting that like if if you really wanted to like quote unquote hide the idea that like make it blend into everything else, make it stand out.
So obviously the Navi, he wanted to hint to us that we missed something over here. We had a satum dikamem, and he puts it in the middle of the word dafka to bring like attention to. Wait a second, what's going on over here? And we actually could look at that pasuk in Yeshayahu, Lemar about Misra Shalom Ein Kates, but like we could see like what that was, but I was like I had different fish to fry, so I didn't take sheer in that direction. But we stag in here. All right, Lishna Achara. So sometimes Rashi brings a few different pshatim. Lamed Aleph is Lishna Achrina, which is like a different thing, a different reason. Now go back to once.
Bikesh HaKadosh Baruch Hu, listom sarotehen shel Yisrael, shebikesh lazoto Mashiach. So that's saying, should I touch there?
Yeah, touch.
Is that a good stop? I don't know.
It's a great stop. Great stop. Because the next thing is a vav, and you're like, that's a new thought. Great thought.
Right.
Great thought. Yeah.
The God asked to close the Sarotain, like the pains of Israel, to Mashiach.
So this is actually a little tricky because sometimes when you're gonna say something like not nice about like people that you love, you don't want to say like not nice things about them, about Israel. So he says like, the haters of Israel, but really he's talking about Israel, like to shut up Am Yisrael shebikesh lasoso Mashiach, that wanted to make Chizkiyahu Mashiach. That's the second word. That like God like shut them up. Like Israel's like, make him Mashiach, and God's like, nah. And we have to see. I would look at the next go weiter in Rashi, the third day in Rashi.
The Mori Rabbi Piresh Lefi Shenistam Piyu Shel Chizkiah V'lo Amar Shira.
Yeah.
And because his rabbi explains,
nice.
This is because I don't know what Piyu is. Shel Chizkiah.
Pet.
Oh, to close the mouth of Chizkiah?
Yeah, it was his mouth was closed.
And he doesn't praise himself, or
no, he didn't say Shira. So actually, we're gonna actually go weiter. We're gonna see the Gemara. All right, I'm gonna read the next Makor. Tana Mishum Rav, great job, both of you guys. I'm super proud. Tana Mishum Rav Rabbi Papias. Nice name, Papias. Rabbi Papias says, "Genayu lechezkiah v'siaso shalo amra shira." So there was like this, like it's a negative thing. Like they didn't sing. Chezkiah didn't sing. For some reason, Chezkiah didn't sing. Ajapatcha aretz amra shira. Right? Okay, fine. And then I brought like a little bit of this Gemara. I tried to bring more, but like less, more. I don't know. The kids are Rabosai. He didn't say Shira, right? It's the same Gemara. It's Gemara inside Edge. He didn't say Shira, and that was a problem. So we have to see like what is the problem? What's the connection between Shira and Geula, and what's the issue with him not saying Shira? We'll talk a little about this. I wanted to. So they say that Yisro did say Shira. He says Vayichad Yisro, which is like, wait a second, what? Here, let's start this. Because there's Mikanava Aretz Mirosh Shamanu Tzvi L'Tzadik V'Gomer V'Chayoti B'Davar Ata Omer Vayomer Yisro Baruch Hashem Asher Yitzil Eschem Tana Mishum Rav Papias. Papias comes again. Genai L'Moshe L'Shishim Ribo. It's disparagement. By the way, disparagement. Shout out to Tech Nine, who has a song with King Iso and Chris Calico called Disparagement. Check it out. Put it on the next Makor. This is a disparaging thing for Am Yisrael and the 600,000 Yidden in the Midbar, in the desert. Shalo Amru Baruch. They didn't say Baruch Ad Sheba Yisrael. V'amar Baruch Hashem v'yichad Yisrael. He was happy and he said Baruch. Fine, not relevant. The only relevant thing is the first part, which is that he didn't say Shira. So now let's see who this Chezkiyahu HaMelech was. So first of all, Chezkiyahu, the son of Achaz, he's Melech Yehuda. He did good stuff. He who is here at the Bamot, Shavar et HaMatzevot, Karat et HaAshera. And this part is very cool, I think. Who was here in the first pre-Pesach shir, orayta zoomshteig that I did? Were you guys at that one?
Which one?
Where I talked about
so.
Where I talked about the Nachash Nechoshes and ending the Magefa and like how they looked at it, we talked about Kavana, Bavash, Mechav, and Libel Shamayim. So what did Chezkiyahu do? It says he got rid of the Bamot, he got rid of like the places where they did like korbanot that's not in the temple, and they got rid of the matzevot, the idolatry, the chireta ta'ashera, and he cut down all of the Asherah trees, which people used to do idolatry to these Asherah trees. Even though I think that these Asherah trees these acacia trees are actually a very potent source of the psychedelic substance called DMT, dimethyltryptamine. And I mentioned that in Shir before, but we never spoke about theogenics or psychedelics, because that's for like a little bit later on in Shir. When we get to that sugya, start seeing like the Pach and Ketanim by Yaakov, and we start seeing the Kohen Gadol going into the Beis HaMikdash and lighting up the Ketores on Yom Kippur, and then leaving until it gets full. Sounds like a hot pot, I'm just saying. But we're not talking about that right now. But it's interesting that was like what they did Avodah Zarah to, and it was like this. It was this. I don't know, very psychoactive thing. Fine. Fascinating pasuk. That he destroyed the thing that Moshe made to save everyone that we were keeping. He destroyed it. Why? Because everyone was like worshiping it. They weren't bowing down to it. They were burning ketores to it. Very interesting, like the ketores thing. And they called his name Nechushtan. Interesting that we're talking about reptilian. All I'm saying is that's interesting. We're talking about that, and also they gave it a name. Like what's going like that's just like weird, you know? They gave it the name Nechushtan.
What?
What's up? What's up?
What was it? It was just like a statue snake.
So God said to Moshe, make a straf, and then he made a nachash nechoshes, a copper snake. I had this made. I think a year and a half ago by my friend who's a jeweler. I saw something similar, and I'm like, yo, and we ended up making this. There's like a lot of Torah on it, like stuff. We'll talk about it. But I made this copper thing, not even thinking about that Moshe thing. But then when Corona hit and we started doing research on like different times in Am Yisrael where like mad people were dying, I realized like, yo, I have this, and it's pretty cool. So but it's interesting that it comes up here. Right next to the Asherah and Maktirin.
Was it carried in the Aron Shmuel, the Nachash Nechoshet, all those years in the Midbar? Like it was in Aron?
They kept it in the Aron. They kept it in the Aron with the man, you know. And as the Israel started like being maktir to it, I don't know, very interesting. It's also interesting because this Avodah Zarah is this DMT, which is like a theogenic, psychedelic thing. And I just while we're talking about Avodah Zarah, you guys know Balpur? What do you do in Balpur?
You go to the basic Kisa.
You go to the basic Kisa on it. You go to the seat room on it. You that's its service, is that you relieve yourself on it. And like I always thought that was so weird. Why would anyone do that Avodah Zarah? It's the worst Avodah Zarah ever, right? But then like you're like start learning about the world and you're like, wait a second. When a person takes ayahuasca, he like vomits and like he's just like everything leaves his body, right? From like he completely. And so I'm just wondering, and because we saw DMT being connected to the Asherah, and now maybe ayahuasca, and that would make more sense if that was then just like an idol that you poo on, Very strange. All right, it's just okay. So we learned about Chezkiah in 3 places that I found in Tanakh, and this is cool because I never really knew this because you guys know I'm yeshivish. I never learned Tanakh, but just like right, I'm a Gemara Rebbe. I'm not a Tanakh Rebbe, so I don't know Tanakh. Just like I'm not a Kabbalah Rebbe, but I can learn it if it's apropos and no get to the sugya. So I can learn Tanakh. I just never have. But we see something interesting. There are 3 places that talk about Chezkiyahu. In Malachim, it tells us a story about Chezkiyahu. In Yeshayahu, it tells us a story of Chezkiah, but qua like his connection to Yeshayahu. And this I actually figured out Safaria how to bring like the entire parak, which is cool. But because like if I'm gonna be learning Tanakh, I'm gonna be learning like the parak. Just give me the parak, So Chezkiyahu died. Vayavo elav Yeshayahu ben Amos hanavi va'omer elav ko amar Adonai tzav leveisecha ki meis ata velo sichye. You're gonna die. Make your will. Vayisav Chezkiyahu panav al akir. He turned his face to the wall. Vayispal Adonai, and he davened to Hashem. Vayomer, and he says, Ana Adonai, Zecharna es asher hisalachti lefanecha be'emes uvelev shalem. Right? Remember that I walked in front of you with truth and with a full heart. Lev shalem. Also, I love Lev. Lev is very interesting. Lev for this sugya, the heart. We'll talk more about that. It's just his heart was full, and and I did good in your eyes. And he cried a great cry. I don't know. So Hashem spoke to Yeshayahu, saying, he's like, dude. He says, sorry, Hashem said to Yeshayahu, Haloch ve'amarda Chizkiyahu, say to Chizkiyahu, Ko amar Adonai Elohim, David Avicha Shamati, as David Avicha, I heard your prayer because of your forefather, your ancestor, David. Ra'izi es dimasecha, I saw your tears. Hineni Yosef al Yamecha, Chamesh Shana. I'm going to add 15 years. Right? And he's like, also, Mikaf, Melech Ashur, the king of Assyria, who was Sancheriv, right? Who, it says Sancheriv is Gog Umagog. Now, we're going to talk about Gog Umagog in this year. It's in this title. But I wanted to focus on Chizkiyahu a little bit before we get into Sancheriv and the idea of Gog Umagog,
Quick unrelated question.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Do you think this pasuk about him turning to the wall and praying to God is where we get the halacha about? Isn't there a halacha that you should daven?
That's a great.
Wall or something?
That's a great diuk, bro. That's a great diuk. All right, I'll tell you. Click on Yeshayahu on your source sheet. Click on Yeshayahu Lamechet, and go to the pasuk that says that he turned his face to the wall. Pasuk bet, Mefarshim. You see, there's a Mefarshim, like, if it's not Rashi, let's see. Halacha, check halacha, right? Kitter Shulchan Aruch. I don't know, there's law, I don't know the Shulchan. Where's the Aruch HaShulchan? Machzer Vitri, okay, now, because Kitter Shulchan Aruch is like cute, but like, let's see what. You guys know who wrote Machzer Vitri? The Rashi. So Rashi says, "Umi baile leinish lemikava duchta litzlose." A person has to set a place for his prayer. It says, "Kol hakovea makom litfilaso elokei Avraham be'ezro." Everyone who's, this is where we learn makom kavua, because he went to that place. Like he specifically went to like his davening place. He's like, oh, I gotta daven. Turn around. I mean,
If you scroll down, Shmuel, I think it does say that you need a cure also as well.
Yeah, where?
Lower down in that.
In the Matzah Vitri or in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch?
Yeah, exactly there, the Matra Vitri thing from Rashi, like 25 lines down, I think. It says that Rabbi Brechia Matuba Mishum Rabbi Abun whatever. The Man Chayfa Tzarich Adam Lahasef Panav El Hakotel Release Palel, I think, or that could be a different context.
I heard what you said. I haven't seen it. Rabbi Avudimi Damin Haifa. Tzarich Adam she's Palel b'makom miyuchad l'tefillah. Doesn't speak. I clicked on it by accident. Okay, so I saw it for a second. Tzarich Adam lahasif panav el hakotel release palel. Amazing teamwork on that one, you guys. Unbelievable. Hafla v'afela. So good. Yeah, so that's the Makor. Brilliant daher, bro. Brilliant daher. In diuk, insight. You know? Geschmack. Okay. So anyways, so he was like, I'm gonna save you from Sancherev, which we gotta see like what actually ended up happening with Sancherev. I'm gonna save you from Sancherev, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And he was so happy. This Chezkiyahu, this king, so that he wrote a letter. He says, Michtav Chezkiyahu Melech Yehuda b'chol v'yichyu michilyo. The letter that Chezkiyahu wrote from his sickness, that he got better from his sickness. And then he starts talking about all these, he writes this very like nice letter that's like extremely poetic and like, but he says, thank you God for saving me and helping me out. But he wrote a letter. He didn't sing. He didn't write a song. He's just writing letters. And that's why he couldn't be Mashiach, because he didn't sing. I don't know. It's very strange. Okay, we saw though that he wrote a letter, and that like maybe that letter was like the absence of singing. Maybe that represents that. It didn't say that he sang. It says that he wrote a letter. What would singing have done? I don't know. They also talk about him in Divrei Yamim. It says that he was the one. You guys know the Chizkiah, like near Ir David in the old. You guys old city homies. You guys ever take a walk outside of Shar Hashpot? That thing with the kotel, like the gate near the kotel.
Yeah.
So when you walk out of that gate and you walk a little down, you guys ever been to Ir David?
Yeah.
So around the Ir David, there's the Gichon waters, right? In Ir David. And you guys ever go on that like hike? Like
yeah, I think I've done
waters,
it before.
The water hikes? Nice. So this is actually Chezkiyahu did that. Cool. And also it says that his son, by the way, Chezkiyahu's son was Menashe, who we know is evil. And we saw, if you see the two sources down, Sanhedrin, it says that there are 3 caves and 4 regos, Ein Lehem Chelek B'Olam Haba, which we're gonna have to talk about. What is the Ein Lehem Chelek B'Olam Haba sugya? We're gonna figure out. But whatever that is, it says Yeravam, who was from base Yosef, and Achav, who was from base Yosef, and then there's Menashe, who was from base David. Very interesting that those people are grouped together. All right. In Avos Rabbi Nassan, it says that God was happy they did all this stuff, that he hid the Sefer Refuos. He hid the Sefer Refuos. You guys know what the Sefer Refuos is?
No.
What is it?
They talk about it that there was this book that had all of the healing, I think it's a Gemara in either Gittin or Tainus, that like it was Gittin and like all the guns of the Chorban that they lost the Sefer Refuos. We had this thing, it could heal anything. Very interesting. I wonder if that has anything to do with Corona. It could heal anything. And he hid it. Why? I don't know, but he hid it, and God was happy with him. They schemed Dato and Chizkiyahu hid it. It's very interesting. He hid it, and then he got sick. You know, the first guy we hear about getting sick because he hid the book. I don't know, but that book is like I don't know. It seems like a myth, but it seems interesting. I'd be curious to know what's the deal with Sefer Refuos. Fine. Okay, so now we know about what's his name, Chizkiyahu. But did you guys notice, by the way, that they called him Yechizkiyahu in Divrei Yamim? They added a yud to his name.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't know what's pshat with that. It's interesting, right? The yud, adding a yud. We know people have letters added to their name, but this one I didn't realize because Chezkiah, they call him Chezkiah. They take away the yud and the vav. You know, the letters of Shem Hashem. So now Sancheriv. Do you guys know who Sancheriv was?
Not so well.
Not so well. So he was this king, Sancheriv. I don't know too much about him either. I didn't have. So if you guys write Sancheriv in your Sefaria checking sheet, you could see some places that like Sancheriv is mentioned, and we could take a little bit we could do a little bit of like work, just like understanding. It says after these things in Chronicles, Sancheriv came, right? Who's staying. But you see him in Kings 2 that Sancheriv came, the king of Ashur came, and in Isaiah, the three books that talk about Chizkiyahu talk about Sancheriv. Sancheriv was going to be, God wanted to make him Gog umagog. Let's go back to that phrase, right? God wanted to make him Gog umagog. A few kashas. Yeah. Question number one, is Gog umagog like two dudes? Like Gog and Magog. Like God, and so that's like what's going on over there. It's one guy. But a more stark and kasha is God was gonna make him Mashiach. He was going to make Chezkiyahu Mashiach. He was going to make Sancheriv Gog umagog. What does that mean? That he was going to make him? Like, is he or is he not? Is he Mashiach or is he not Mashiach? Is he Gog umagog or is he not Gog umagog? And what would have been accomplished if God would have made him, you know? What we see from here is that, first of all,
were you reading that they wanted to make Sancheriv Gog umagog?
That's the first four on top. Sorry, I jumped back up.
Okay, got it.
The Sancheriv Gog umagog. So we're like, what does it mean that God is going to make him Gog umagog, you know? What does that mean? What's pshat? What's going on? That he's going to make Sancheriv Gog umagog. So it seems that every generation has these potentialities in them. You know, you could become, right? Like this person could become Mashiach, could become Gog umagog, right? But they weren't Zochet. For what reason? Because there was no singing, because he didn't sing. I don't know. Very strange. But so Sancheriv, right? So there's a bunch of Gemaras about Sancheriv. That's how usually I do some research about Sancheriv. I want to see some psukim about Sancheriv. That's a next week. So yeah, I think, or we can learn Sancheriv together. There are a bunch of Makoros that mention Sancheriv. They call him a Rasha. He was the king of Ashur. When I talk about Sancheriv, I'm gonna also Amir Hashem bring in some archaeologist knowledge and see what they're saying in science, in English. See what they're saying in English. Now, what do you mean? See what they're saying in English? So I don't know if I told you guys this, but you know, yeshivish people talk about any subject that's not Torah. They call it English. And like, oh man, I got it. right? Like they're like studying, and like the Gemara mentions something about like I don't know, like the throat. But I remember learning in English class that photosynthesis, and just like throw out these Sachen. But so I'm going to bring some English into this sugya because when we're talking about Sancheriv, we don't only know about Sancheriv's connection with Am Yisrael from the Torah. We know about that also from English, from like science and stuff and archaeology. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk more about Sancheriv. I wanted to, before we did that, focus a little bit on the idea of Gog and Magog, and that's what like a few of the remainders of the sources are. Right? You see the Mishnah in a Duyos Beis Yud. Yo, Max, you still with us, by the way, or are you like off in Gonson?
I'm still here, just chewing on my meat.
Shagging? What's up?
I'm just eating. I didn't want to.
To a mem. Oh, dude, you could eat. You could eat, but you can do whatever you want. We're all like, no rules. All right. So you're listening. You're doing it. Yeah, we mentioned some English, but now we're going back in Mishnah and Eduyos. Now Rav Ilson, Mishnah and Eduyos. Rav Ilson once gave a shir, right? Rav Ilson once gave a shir, and he gave us Mikoros, and then like he's doing shir, and he says, if you would have bothered to see the Tosefta in Eichtzin, it's not a Jew, it's Eichtzin. The Tosefta in Eichtzin, you would have seen with no uncertainty. And we're like, why? It's not even on the Makorosh. Why would I have checked the Tosefta in Eichtzin? Fine. But like, so do you guys know what Eduyos is? You guys ever hear that, Masechta?
Is it about Edu?
It is, yeah, it's about like people giving Eidos. There's no Gemara on it. It's just a Mishnah. I believe you can find it in the back of Gemara's, like good Gemara. I have like saying it's not good, but I have a mini Gemara because it's Corona time and we're out of the base, and so it's a good thing though because I don't go anywhere without my Rambam and my Shas. So Baruch Hashem, Eduyos, I found it. It's here, Baruch Hashem, even in my mini Shas because it is. A mini Shas has Mishnayos also. Shout out to Shas Vilna Chadash. I like those behind better, but whatever. This is what I got. We're making the best of what we got. So there's Eduyos. We saw, by the way, in Avos to Rabbi Nassan earlier, right? We skipped on over. The Sefer Rafus is in Avos to Rabbi Nassan. Who knows where Avos to Rabbi Nassan is and what's the deal with Avos to Rabbi Nassan? No? Okay. So in the Zikin, most Masechtas in the Zikin have Gemaras written on them, right? Shas is Shisha Sidarim. There are 6 Seders of Shas. Zraim only has one Gemara at the beginning, and that's Brachos. And Taros only has one Gemara in the 6th book, and that is Nida. The middle ones have Gemaras on them more profusely, and Moed has Gemaras on everything except for Shkalim, which there's a Yerushalmi and it's brought in the Seder Daf Yomi, very, very interesting. Because like yo, there's a Gemara and everything. Let's learn the Yerushalmi on Shkalim. Fine. There's Moed, right? There's Zraim, Moed, and then Nashim. Everything in Nashim has a Gemara. Now the next one is Nezikin. Nezikin has 2 Gemaras that don't have Gemaras, I believe. And that is Avos, right? Perkei Avos and Eduyos. And Eduyos is interesting. The Tzuras Hadaf in Eduyos is a Rambam and a Ravid on the side. How crazy is that? So the Mishnah in Eduyos on Beis Yud, right? By the way, it's so geschmack. No one learns Eduyos. I'm excited. The Mishnah in Eduyos on Beis Yud says, who wants to read the Gemara in Eduyos? Start it.
I can read
Mishnah
it.
in Eduyos. Go for it, bro.
From the beginning or from where you highlighted or bolded?
Go from the beginning, and then Max could take over after the highlight. Oh, he's still here just eating din. Yo, you should be eating chesed instead.
Afu Haya Omer. Chamisha Dvarim Shel Shneim Asar Chodesh. there's 5 things. What is this? 5 things you have to say in a year? Or?
All right, so Shlosha, so what does it say in Mishnah Dios? Avu Aya Omer. Well, let's see who we're even talking about. It's in Yud over here. You're talking about who Aya Omer. Ah! Rabbi Akiva. I knew that we were not done with Rabbi Akiva, right? Rabbi Akiva says that 5 things of 12 months. So there are 5 things that have been split into 5 months. Mishpat Dora Mabul. Yeah.
Mishpat 12 chodesh. Mishpat Iyov.
What's Mishpat Dora Mabul? Rega. What's Mishpat Dora Mabul? I read it. Yeah.
Mishpat Dora.
Yeah. So
The flood. Like
right, but what's Mishpat? What word do you see in there?
The sentence of
good guess, because that does mean a sentence is a mishpat, but
I mean like
the sentencing. You mean the sentencing?
Yeah, like
nice.
A judge.
Nailed it. Like from the word shofet. Dude, you're killing it. Amazing. Okay. 12 chodesh. Mishpat Iyov.
Mishpat Iyov, 12 chodesh. So this is about Iyov.
Yeah.
Same thing. Mishpat HaMitzrayim, 12 chodesh. So when God sentenced Egypt, it took 12 months.
Yeah.
Mishpat Gog umagog le'ati lavo, 12 chodesh. So I guess it's saying when God decides to sentence Gog umagog in the future, it will take 12 months. Mishpat Rishaim beGehenom 12 chodesh. When Russia goes to Gehenom, takes 12 months. Shneimar vaya midei chodesh bechadsho. Because it says, I'm not going to give a good translation of that.
No, sorry, I was just texting JB. Because
JB as in.
Well, Mishpat Gog umagog la'asid lavai 12 chodesh. Right?
So it's saying when Gog umagog comes, it will take it will be 12 months. Is that
I don't know,
saying?
like that, like the judgment of what time it would be, or the Mishpat Gog umagog. There is a Rab. Is there a Rabbav here? Is there a Rashi here? I mean, this is pretty. Right? He says, yeah. What up?
Because you know how we just said that Gog umagog, like Sancherif could have been Gog umagog,
right?
If Chazkiyahu.
Yeah.
So when that whoever is supposed to be Gog umagog becomes
there's
Gog umagog.
So that's the mishpat.
That's what I.
Dude, that's amazing. You're stelling to the Bikesh over here and the Bikesh, but in Sanhedrin on Sadi Daled. And this crazy Mishnah in the maclchuyos, it says Mishpat Gog umagog. That the Mishpat Gog umagog that was 12 months was like, there was like, that was the Bikesh that God wanted to make him. But in the end, he decided not to because Chazkiyahu didn't make Shira. But that's the Mishpat. Dude, that's genius. I love that Sushel. Amazing word. Chodesh. Okay. And then, Art, Max, you wanna just read the end, even though the end. It's actually pretty cool. Let's see it.
Sure. Mishpat Gog umagog la'ati lavo 12 chodesh.
So yeah,
Mishpat Rishaim beGehenom 12 chodesh. Shneimar vaya midei chodesh bechadsho. Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri Omer min haPesach ve'ad ha'atzeret. Shneimar umidei Shabbat b'Shabbato.
Interesting. Pesach to the Atzeres. Interesting that we talk about Pesach and Sukkot. You're going to see soon. I just realized that. But so very good. Gishmak. I'll let you read something else because that was not really so apropos. But I just thought it was interesting that this idea of Gehenom. Now, we haven't spoken about Gehenom in our shirs yet. The closest we got was that we saw that the Ramban was talking about Gan Eden. When the Rambam said that Olam Haba is going to be just Neshamos, the Ramban was like, Olam Haba, we're going to have an elevated guf, and it's like the Olam HaNeshamos of this thing, that's talking about Gan Eden. And so we said like Lechor maybe also Gehenna, but that's also another sugya that we've talked to. Non-Jews ask me all the time, like, do Jews believe in Gehenna? And I tell them like, you gotta learn the sugya. We'll get to it. For me, we see that there is an idea of Gehenna though that is either 12 months long or it's from Pesach to Sukkot, which is like 6 months. The
So that's why you say Kaddish for that time?
For 11 months we say Kaddish.
Right, so why not?
Yeah, like I think that's yeah, but I think it has to do with that, like with the thing. I know we're ending it quickly, like because like even like Mixas is Kechula. I'm not Mabaki Baruch Hashem in Hilchos Avelos, and hopefully I'll never have to, because hopefully Kibola Hamaves Lenetzach. Hopefully, like we're gonna, but like that's also another huge thing. Tchias amazing. What even? We're just getting started. We're getting our feet wet in the Sigidi Sugya. All right. Max, read the next Makor.
All right. All right. Brachos Yud. Lama Nismicha Parshas Avshalom le Parshas Gog Magog. So why do we juxtapose the Parsha of Avshalom to that of Gog Magog? She'im Yomar Lecha Adam Klum Yesh Evet Shemored Barabo. Lest someone come and ask you or say to you, do we ever find a case where an Evet is Mored Barabo, rebels against his master? Afata Emorlo, so therefore you can say to him, Klum Yesh Ben Shemored Be'aviv, Ela Hava Hachanami Hava. Just as we do find that a son does on occasion rebel against his father.
Where do we see that?
I guess Avshalom and David.
Exactly. And so
too, we find that here with Gog Magog.
Right? Crazy, right? Crazy. Like, first of all, Gog Magog, I love the inflection. I love the questioning inflection. Like, Gog Magog, like, wait a second. Like, what's pshat? What's going on? Let's get our Gemara Brachos is Daf Yud. Yeah, wild. Doesn't even say anything. No one explains. So I went and I looked at like the part, like the parshas around like the story of Avshalom and David. I think I brought them down under. I remember I was going through right before Shir. I was like, why do I have all these psukim in Shmuel? And now I remembered because like I was like, there's Shimon ben Gera. There's this guy Barzilai who like did some stuff. There's a lot of Tanakh things happening. This is where we need to know Tanakh to understand like what this Gemara is even talking about. But you know what? No Mefaresh even explained what in the world we're talking about over here. Not one that I've seen, right? It's not a big raya. Lo ra'inu eze raya, but if we don't know the answer, so we blind shver, I don't know what they're referring to of Gog Magog after or Samoch to Avshalom. It might have been something more obvious before Avshalom, but I wanna. You guys see that like I'm still trying to like get this whole thing organized, but my dream is to be able to like get like I want to ask. I have a friend who's an expert in Tanakh. His name is Shai Chupak. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to ask him. Like, I want to call him. I know him from Chispin. I want to ask him, like, yo, what's going on? Because he's an expert in Tanakh. And we used to argue in yeshiva. Oh, my God, in Chispin, we used to argue Tanakh versus Gemara all the time. And, like, whatever, it was funny. But like we used to argue, but he's an expert in Tanakh. He teaches Tanakh. He's a Moradik Yid, and maybe he can tell us what's shot with that Gog Magog stuff. Right now, we're blind and shver. But what do we see? What do we see from this Gemara about Gog Magog? That what is it?
Some sort of rebellion?
Oh, it's the rebellion of Eved Barabo. Right? Say, what's the difference?
Does that mean it's...
Yeah, what's up?
Is that saying it's going to rebel against like Mashiach?
What that's saying is that there's an Eved Rabbo. And now we're going to try to darshan that Gemara, all right? I didn't know Pshat until right now. Yeah, what's up?
Just to jump in, I went to the Ben Yehuda on the side.
Yehuda, yeah.
I guess is the proper pronunciation.
Ben Yehuda, what's up?
And he also is he's also a Blib Schwertz. So he says that the only example he could find in Tanakh was Dora Mabul, and maybe.
You look so happy. They said that.
Wait, I'm working on it. All right. I need to go to Borough Park for a little while to work my accent. He also has no idea what it's talking about.
Yeah, hard. So what did you say? So, which Ben Yehuda did you just see?
Whatever the first one was when I clicked on the Safari thing.
The Ben Yehuda on which record I'm saying?
Oh, sorry, on Brachos, on Klumi Shevid.
Klumi Shevid, okay.
And he just says, yeah, it's a kasha.
Oh, he says it's a kasha?
Good point. I look at the last line, like the last few lines of that, it says...
where is it? Mefarshim Ben Yehuda. You know who wrote the Ben Yehuda, by the way? The Ben Ish Chai. This is the Ben Ish Chai's parish on Gemara.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was like, he I think the Ben Ish Chai held that he was a Gilgul of this guy, Ben Yehuda, or something. Like, he was a big guy. He was a big guy, and like, I might have even brought a Ben Yehuda later in Shir. Yo, yeah, that's you. You're just like on the move, on the miggity. It's dark. So yeah, what did the Ben Yehuda say? What did he say?
At least how I understood it, that the only example you could really find of Eved Moreb Barabo in the sense that we're talking about it was Dor Haflaga of the Mabul. And then if you jump to the last few lines, maybe Mitzat Mitzrayim. But then he says, Abal Kharkov, after that thing with Mitzat Mitzrayim, William Sakazo. He doesn't find such a...
So, first of all, as you see, Bleibschwer, great find. But I'll tell you why, Dura Mabul, we're saying, is there a case of an Eved being Mored Barabo? And he's saying, and we're saying, well, we know that you can have a slave that rebels against his master from a kal v'chomer of the fact that we have a son who goes against his father. If we have an actual case in history of an Eved that's Moreh Barabo of the Dora Mabul, then the Gemara will be like, yeah, we do Dora Mabul. Very strange Ben Yehuda. I didn't see the Ben Yehuda. But I love the Ben Yehuda. I got a lot of love, obviously, for the Ben Ish Chai. Yeah, a lot of love. I wanted to say an Anderish shot. I wanted to say, Ein bein olam hazeh liyamos HaMashiach ela shiabud maclchuyos bilvad. There's no difference between nowadays and Yemos HaMashiach except for shiabud maclchuyos. Es the Gemara, Gogu Magog. Wait a second. Do you have a slave rebelling against his master, rebelling against the shiabud maclchuyos? Yeah, we do. We have a case of a slave. We are the Eved, and the master is that shiabud maclchuyos. Perhaps. I just thought of this right now. Like I was like, maybe we're the Eved. We're the slaves. Society is enslaving us with, right? I mean, now it's almost like too overt that like they're making us stay inside, right? And like you say, like, wait a second, like, are these corona stats accurate? Because a lot of doctors have been saying that, like, I don't know, I'm not even getting into that now. It's just like coming up, like, what's going on in this world? Are the hospitals empty? Are the nurses dancing and partying because the hospitals are like so empty? But are they telling us to make every single person that dies, if he has a certain strand of RNA, that they have to write also in the cause of death that it was corona to boost up the numbers? What's going on? I don't know. We're blinding schwer. All of these conspiracy theorists who say, "Oh, I know, lizard people. Lizard people, shape, have all these crazy theories." The reason that they're ridiculed a little bit, I mean, even though now like people are like, but the reason that like, because they don't know how to blind schwer. They don't know how to say, I don't know, right? I look at these people, I'm like, it's a great kasha. What is going on? I don't know, right? But maybe that's related to the shiabud maclchuyos shtickle. And by Gogu Magog.
You're saying you think Milchemet Gogu Magog is going to be like the kind of like the people rebelling against whether
the
it's
shadow
a government or the
the shadow
society
government.
or
I maybe I'm saying it's possible because they're saying that Gogu Magog is like the slaves going against the masters, and we see that shiabud mal, and we see that Gogu Magog. The Rambam, so the Rambam in Hilchos Malachim, Yud Beis Halacha Aleph or Beis or Gimel, the end over there, right at the end over there. We saw the Rambam says Yesh Omrim that at the Techila of. Oh, how did I not bring the Rambam? I brought it 2 weeks in a row, so I was like, I'm not gonna bring it in. The last week and the week before, we brought this Rambam in Hilchos Malachim that says that there are some people that say that there's going to be at the beginning or the inception b'techilas Gogu Magog, right? So now I'm gonna. You guys have not our page, but you guys have a random page in Sefaria. That page that you were looking at, Gogu Magog, all right? Click on the Sefaria thing. Click on the text, right? The middle one is like there's like 3 lines of 3. The middle one says halacha. Click on that. The top right says Mishnah Torah. Click on that. Now go all the way down to the bottom of Mishnah Torah in the last sefer, which is called Sefer Shoftim. The last halacha, which is called Hilchos Malachim U'Milchamos. The last parak Yud Beis. I got it. Yud Beis. Amru Chachamim Zakto Heilig Rambam Ein Bein Olam Hazeh Limos Mashiach Ela Shibud Maclchuyos Bilbad. Again, passages like Shmuel. Yirami Pshutan Shal Divrei HaNeviim. We see from the Pshat of the Neviim Shebitechilas Yemos HaMashiach, at the beginning of Yemos HaMashiach, right? Tiyeh Melchemes Gogu Magog. Boom. So there's it's like Melchemes Gogu Magog is something which happens at the beginning of the days of Messiah, and they're talking about a slave rebelling against his master, and that's the essence of what Gogu Magog is. Maybe Gogu Magog is this resistance, that we're saying like, yo, we're not gonna be enslaved by the few anymore, by the top 1%. I can't. Every time I do Bernie Sanders, it comes out as Larry David, because they're so sick. There's 1% over here. I can't even drink milk. I can do a Larry David. I don't know. All my voices sound the same. It's all Rick Sanchez. Oh, morning. I gotta have a bit. All right. So, Baba, you guys watch Rick and Morty, by the way?
No, my brother obsessed though. No,
your brother does. All right, yo, it's a pretty brilliant show. Okay, but like, I don't have any show from it to the sugya, so we're gonna leave it immediately.
By the way, when I saw Slave and Master, I thought Gogu Magog was a rebellion of people against God and Mashiach.
I hear that.
That's just what came to my mind.
I hear that. Listen, like that, like the against God and Mashiach. That's definitely. Like, I could hear if someone wanted to learn like that, but I just think it's so sweet with the zoomshteig of that we're gonna get rid of shiabud maclchuyos. That it's a slave rebelling against his master, and that's the definition of what. Right? It says la'asid lavo, mishpat Gogu Magog la'asid lavo. It's not in the Yemos HaMashiach. And the only thing that happens in the Yemos HaMashiach is that we get whoever's controlling us. I don't know what it is. People want to say this, bleiben schwer. But whoever is in control, whoever is like controlling us, by the way, with the media and like controlling our thoughts and feelings, even, it's very hard to get free. It's not easy to be free. They give us like, right? Because like if we were slaves, mamish, so then it's obvious that we're being wronged. But if they convince us that we're free, but we're actually like slaves, if there's something to this idea, then we're the Eved and the Rabo is this shadow government. And I don't know who is the shadow government. People want to say boards. People want to say Bilderberg meetings. They want to say this. They want to say, who shot JFK? Who knocked down the World Trade Center? Who caused Corona? I'm bleiben schwer in all 3 of those shtiklach. Right? I'm just saying that it's interesting to note the kashas and Barabo, And okay, fine. We're gonna go weiter because we got more stuff. I'm gonna do the next one. Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Mishur Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai. Very interesting. They call him Ben Yochai, Bar Yochai, same dude, I think. It's interesting though that Bar Yochai in Aramaic has an aleph and Ben Yochai does not have an aleph. It's especially interesting because the Zohar that the Gra is quoting in Safra Ditzniasa, the first word is Tana, Taf, Aleph, Nun, Aleph. And the Gra says, oh, it's because they had it in Masorah, so they write it like that. I'm like, what is that Aleph doing over there? What is... All right, we're gonna... It's a Bezunder Zach. I'm just saying. Interesting. So, Shimon ben Yochi. Kashet Arbu Rab Besoch Beso Shal Adam Yoser Mimilchemes Gogumago. Bad culture, like an example of bad culture. Like if there's someone in your household who's like, yo, Billy Joel is better than Eminem, that's Tarbut Ra. I don't know if that's actually Tarbut Ra. But Tarbut Ra is like, like bad culture, like maybe like bad manners. But whatever it is, I mean, I just took a little bit of a shot at my dad because my dad like says that. I'm like, yo, not even like that feasible. Make such a statement, whatever. So kashet darbu ra betoch beso shel adam yoser. It's worse. It's harder than Mechemes Gog Umagog because it says mizmor leDavid bebarcho mipnei Avshalom beno. That's tarbu ra. If your son wants to come kill you, I don't want to kill my dad. I just want to make fun of his music. Ksiv Basrei says after him, Adonai maravu tzarai rabim kamim alai, and we're like, wait 1 second over here. Again, we see the tzushtau between Avshalom and Gog Umagog. But here they're quoting Tehillim. Again, though, they mention Avshalom and they mention Gog Umagog. But they quote Tehillim and they quote this pasuk Hashem ma rabu tzarai. How many tzarai? It says, sorry. That's what David said in Tehillim. He's like, yo, God, how bad is my thing? Everyone's coming against me. Like my son is tarbut ra. My dad is like whatever.
The story of Avshalom is worse than Gog Umagog because he's like.
Because by Gog Umagog it says lama rag shu goyim uleumim yurik. But it doesn't say marabu tsarai, how multiplicitous. Is that a word? Help me out, college kids.
Multiplicities.
Yeah. How rabim are my tsaros. That's how Yeshivish version teaches marabu tsarai. How rabim are my tsaros. Marabu Tzarai says, and it doesn't say that by Mechemes Gog Umagog. Okay, interesting. So now I looked at the Rashi over there in that pasuk Lama Rag Shugayim. Zogt Rashi Rabu Seinu Darshu as an Inyan Al Melech HaMashiach. Ooh, back in the realm of Mashiach. Mashiach Gog Umagog. What is this like? X and anti-X over here? You guys didn't get what that meant. I have to be fairish. Christ and Antichrist. I just want to first say X, just like because like people are like, oh, I'm like, dude, chill. But so there, it's like, all right, like I tried to say X. They obviously they had no idea what I was talking about because it's asinine. Okay, so
who says X?
People say Xmas instead of Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, so we have Mashiach, we have Gog Umagog. It seems to be that like you have this X and anti-X over here. That's this is in the antithesis if you want to get Nietzschean about it. Or Kantian. Who's that guy who said the thesis and antithesis? And then it's probably neither of them. I'm going to oblige fair who that philosopher was. But you know what? I'm not gonna oblige fair because I'm curious. I'm right on my computer, right? That's the craziest thing. You can give shir and like literally have like all of this thing. So thesis and antithesis. Hold on though, I'm just writing in Arabic. Also, I think there's a way that I can like show you like a whiteboard. I don't know which tag in here. Thesis and antithesis, and then there's synthesis. Oh, it's Hegel. Hegel. I wasn't far off with what I said. The first guy I guessed was Nietzsche. Hegel, Nietzsche, both Germans. Okay, fine. So he says, Rabbeinu Darshan is the Inyan HaMelech HaMashiach. They said that this Inyan of the Goyim Ragshu is Melech HaMashiach. Levi Mashmo Yenogel Neboto Al David. He says, oh, David, right? And so, if David is Mashiach, then who's Mashiach ben Yosef? Like that was around his time.
Shlomo.
I hear that, but Shlomo was probably Ben David, since he's literally Ben David. I was thinking Shaul, who is from the he's Benjaminite. He's from the lineage of Rachel. So and we haven't really spoken about Shaul yet, even though my yeshiva is Gula Shaul, but we haven't spoken about Shaul. But Shaul was from Shaul David. I want to get.
I feel like Shlomo really represents Ben Yosef though, even though.
You do? Why do you think that? Why do you think you gotta have a raya? What's your raya?
Is it, just before I say my raya, is it Ben Yosef is according to Rav Kook, is the materialistic one?
Yeah.
The smart political one? I mean, Shlomo was during a time of peace. He didn't necessarily, he was married. We learned, I don't know when we learned it, but
right. And by the way, he wasn't so from Shlomo.
No, not at all.
He wasn't so from. We love Shlomo.
He wasn't from at all. He had thousands of wives with.
He had 1,000 girls, and it wasn't just that he was hooking up with a lot of chicks. It was that he was adopting the girls that God told him don't take. There was Bas Paro, there was Ammon, and
politically he was a genius.
So that's an interesting point, because we're saying, oh, Mashiach, the guy who was literally Ben David is Mashiach, is not Mashiach Ben David, Mashiach Ben Yosef. I hear it. Because we know also, one of the things about Yosef is that he's got his things with girls, people are oh, Yosef, what a stark bacher, what a stark buzzer. Is totally not porates Berayas at all. I don't know what happened down there with Asia's Potiphar, but he had inyanim with girls. So we see that Shlomo did also. I'm going to blind fair and say, I don't know. I would assume that he's from the lineage of David. But very interesting, because we did see that Menashe was grouped up. Menashe, who's the son of Chezkiyahu, was grouped in the same group as Yeravam ben Nevat and Achav ben whoever his dad was, who were both Yosef Dikayidid, right? They're both from Yisrael. We know we have Yehuda and Yisrael. So that would be a very big chiddush to say that Shlomo was a Ben Yosef character. However, I had thought of that. I had never said it. I had thought of it that maybe because he's so not from. But I don't know, that Rav Kook thing, we mentioned it. But that's mad achronish, we don't know. If that's Dafka, the thing, we're trying to figure it out.
Right.
But I hear, according to the Rav Kook thing, I hear the Ha'ara. So he says about David, the Yishmu Plishtim ki mashchu Yisrael as David Amelech Aleim, the Kavtu Plishtim as Machanem and Nachlu biyadai ve'aleim Amar Lama Rag Shugayim and his Kavtu Kulam. So this Lama Rag Shugayim was talking about the Plishtim that they got really mad that King David became the king. It's talking about Melech HaMashiach, that the Goyim are going to be furious. I don't know. Lama Rag Shugayim. I don't know. This whole thing about splitting the Jews and the non-Jews. Splitting the Jews and the non-Jews. Lama Rag Shugayim. This was that. I don't think they're enemies, but when I'm thinking about, okay, I'll get a little bit more into politics. I whatever I write in the title, I end up talking about and getting to, even if like I was not planning on it beforehand. Max knows. I'll tell you about it later, Wilds. But anyways, I'll explain what I meant. But anyways, so one idea that, like, you look at politics now, right? You got your Republicans, you got your Democrats, and I got obviously friends on both sides. And I'm talking to both of them, and I'm like, we're talking to like wow, like this person really wants to like bring the world to a better place. That's awesome. Talk to a Republican. That guy also. Both sides want a good world. What's going on? What is going on that we are all of a sudden, like there's such hatred? And when did that dichotomy of Democrat Republican, when did it start? So I did a shtickle research. I didn't have a lot of time because this idea only occurred to me like a few hours ago. But I did a shtickle research. I'm like, when did this start? And I found that it really started in the French Revolution. Around the time, right? The French Revolution, back in the day, they got rid of the monarchy. They guillotined every monarch. Fine, and like it started around that time. What else was happening around that time? This is just a theory, but around that time, religion was not having as big of a place in the world. It used to be that religion was why people would like fight and like, oh, I hate the other religion, and that's what caused a lot of wars, right? But now, Rabosai, it's like when religion like wasn't as much of a impetus, didn't really control people's things. So maybe someone said, oh, we need new division. And around the time that religion was funneled out, this different way that you can split up humans. Am I saying that this is definitely a shadow government plan of divide and conquer? Absolutely not. I'm saying it's interesting. And I got to that also like through a very like random thing. All I'm saying is that like all of my friends, like the Republicans, Democrats, liberals, conservatives, everyone wants to make the world a better place. How is it possible that there's still so much fighting? How is it possible that like there's still like they hate each other? Like who cares about what the person believes? Or you hustling Gula, right? Hustling Gula. Okay, let's chill. Hustling Gula. I'm not right. Like we could talk about how to do it, but we're chilling. But this hatred, what's going on? I don't know. All I know is that when the shadow government sees this video, and they're not going to see it for a long time because I'm only going to put clips of tonight up. I'm only going to put clips of tonight up on like YouTube or whatever or Facebook, and the rest I'm going to keep in a hidden. I'm going to keep in like a hidden thing on my YouTube. That the only way you can get to it is if you have a link, and the only way you can get a link is if you access it through Safaria. And we're starting the resistance, And so if they're watching, they should know that I'm coming for them. And like,
we don't know who they are though.
No idea who they are. No idea who they are yet. But
I'm schwer on that.
I'm schwer on the shiabud maclchuyos, but they know that like I'm ending it and I'm dedicating my life to like elevating world consciousness where like they're gonna have no more power over us. So they should be very scared. But they're not gonna see this for a while, They're gonna be like, whoa, when he was 30, he made like he was saying that. You're gonna like find me when I'm like 50. Maybe not, maybe sooner, who knows. Anyways, this is just thoughts that go out of my head. But like this is the resistance avivite that like there's something going on where we're resisting them. If there's nothing, okay, it's also possible that there's nothing, so there's no resistance. We're just steiging here. If there is, so then there's a little bit of an extra like thing that like we're under shiabud maclchuyos, and we gotta rebel, and we're gonna do that, and fine. That just examples, just like things that I was thinking about. All right, next Makor, Shabbos, Kuf Yud Ches Amar Aleph.
Before we go to the next one,
what up?
I have to go in like 10-ish minutes. So just
10-ish minutes. Okay, so we'll end this year in 10-ish minutes. I will. Corona travels through Zoom. I don't have corona because I don't even
I
know
have
if
to go
corona is
now.
real. You had it? You have it?
No, I was kidding.
No, you know. Well, I don't even know if it's real, bro. I don't even know if it's real. All of these, oh yeah, we have like this guy. Everyone dies from corona. People are like, I don't know. Like everyone has this. The way that they test for corona is very interesting. Also, they test for corona by testing to see if someone has this specific strand of RNA, which doesn't necessarily prove that they have corona. It could be they just have that strand of RNA, and like they're just like using that as an excuse to, because like once they say, oh, you have corona, then they're watching your phone, they're watching your thing. Like you can't leave without a vaccine. What's gonna be that vaccine? I don't know. We steigen here, just like asking like we're just zugging on these bumpers. All right, so
We're just blind and straight.
Oh, we're just blibing over here. We're just blibing.
We don't know.
We don't know. Just asking questions. All right. Amar Rishon ben Pazi. Amar Rav Yoshua ben Levi. Mishum Bar Kapara. Oh, Bar Kapara from the Golan is my boy. All right. Kol Mekayim Shalosh Seudos B'Shabbos Nitzel Mishalosh Paradios. You eat 3 Seudos on Shabbos, and you're saved from three Paranios, from 3 like tough things. From Chevle Mashiach, which is another thing that we gotta like teach, like Chevle Mashiach. What's it? Chevle Mashiach, Yemos Mashiach, Ikvis is the Mashiach, all these things. Umidina Shel Gehenim. Again, we see Gehenim, we see hell. We have to understand what it is. But if you keep Shabbos, you can say, okay. Umilchem Gog Umagog, and then the reason is because it says Shabbos, it says Yom somewhere by Shabbos, Q Yom or something, and then it's Mechemes Magog. It says Yom Bagog. Okay, fine. So that's just one other thing. I'm just going to run through a few makoros of Gog, see if we get anything. Here it says that it's the Cha Hashem Agdula V'Gavura V'Tiferet and Edrod. It says that it's talking about all these different things. So when it says that Netzach is talking about the Mapila of Romi. Now, who is Rome? A lot of people that don't really know, they say Rome is Christianity. Rome is not Christianity. Rome, who destroyed the second base of Mikdash, was before Christianity, right? So Rome is like this thing. I don't know what Rome is. I just thought that was interesting. Figure out who Rome, the Mapila of Rome. What's the connection with the Sushtel Rome? Like, fine. But mainly I brought this by the last verse, which is the Misnaseh Mechemes Gog Umagog. All right, because it says in the Elecha Gog Nasi. Okay, fine. I brought that pasuk in Yecheskel. Okay, next Makor. Amazing Sushtel. It says on Sukkot, the Bartanura on Megillah says that we read the Yom Ba Gog, on the day that Gog comes. Shemasoras biadenu the Tchias Amazing Atida Lios Pesach. Oh, the Pesach we read the thing about the Atzamos Hayaveshos, which is Tchias Amazing of Yecheskel, and on Sukkot we read Gog Umagog because we have a Mesorah that Tchias Amazing is going to be on Pesach, and Gog Umagog is going to be on Sukkot. Gog Umagog is going to be on Sukkot. But what is Sukkot about? Oh, Sukkot is the holiday of Simcha. Man Simcha Seinu. It's happiness. We learn all about the need to be happy on Chag, to be happy during the holidays from Sukkot. Sukkot. The Melchama of Gog Umagog is going to be fought with Simcha. Oh, this like right? They're trying to tell us like, oh, they're trying to keep us down. They're trying to control us. Listen, I have a few theories, but like I personally don't think that treating our brains like little kids and basically putting them in timeout when they're not behaving by taking pills and basically turning off the head is the way to go. But that's the way that like the government goes. That's the way that they want you to go. That's the way that they tell you to go. They try to get you to take pills, try to control you. Maybe that's like the big pharma. Maybe that's the reason that weed is illegal. And the fact that weed is getting more and more legal in America, by the way, is a sign of the loosening hand of shiabud maclchuyos. Because they tried. Because why is weed illegal in America? I'm just going crazy right now with these theories, and they're all beged their shema. But why is weed illegal? I have 2 theories why weed is illegal. One is because this very, very guy, I wrote his name, I think it's Duprain. I told you I was steiging this guy DuPont, who funded the Manhattan Project. He also had like a fabric company, and so he lobbied against hemp because hemp is like the best type of fabric, and it's very cheap and easy to make, right? And another thing I was thinking about is pharmacies, because they're like, yo, like like we want to be able to sell people like a ridiculous amount of money from pharmacies, to sell them these antidepressants, get them like addicted, get them like stuck on these things. And so that's another reason maybe that they have that illegal, but we see that it's coming up. Okay, that like it's more geschmack, like it's because the shiabud malchus is telling us what we can do with our consciousness, telling us how to live. Because they're trying to tell us, I'm going to tell you, some guy in a suit in a suit and tie is in an office is going to tell me how I'm going to find my own super chill. Who is this guy? Who is that? It's such audacity, right? They say in the Gemara in Sota, at the end of Sota, it says, I did not bring that because I didn't think I was going to mention it, but now like just it's coming through, That at the end of Mashiach, at the days of Mashiach, the beginning of Mashiach, there's going to be a lot of chutzpah. Yeah, chutzpah beside the government. The rabbis want to say, chutzpah, you're talking back. No. Chutzpah's in the government. Some guy is fine. I want to see a few pesukim, and then I want to get right. Ben Adam sim panecha el gog eretz umagog. Breaks open the whole sugya. The umagog is a place. I don't know. We were learning that. I heard shot that Gog and Magog were two guys. Now we said a shot that maybe Gog is like us and Magog is like the shadow government, maybe the other way around, right? That would actually stim. If Gog is this like elite, like billionaires, whatever, they're controlling the world from behind like a mask or whatever, and we are Magog, we're from Gog. That's society. We are from that. And so that's another shot. But here they say Gog Eretz Magog. Fine. They talk about Acharis Hashanim, Acharis Hayamim. I thought that was interesting. Fine, moving on. Just a nice thing about Cheskia that it says that Yeras Hashem Yitzalal is talking about Cheskia. I brought that gra that said what the Gemara said. I don't know. I brought that twice, the Gemara Brachos. So that Rashi, I brought a Ben Yehoyada. Ben Yehoyada, when it talks about all the Shira that David said, I couldn't figure out how to bring this. But the Gemara, I believe in something. Well, I saw this Gemara, and Brachos and Daf Yud Amud Aleph. It talks about that like David HaMelech did say all these shiras. Like, why didn't David get to be Mashiach? Because Cheskia, the only thing that was missing was that he did shiras. This Gemara says that David, he said shira 5 times. In five different worlds, it calls it 5 different worlds. When he was in his mom's stomach, when he got outside and he saw like the skies, when he was breastfeeding from his mom and he saw her breasts, when he saw like the bad people fall, and when he looked at the last days. Very interesting. I brought over here a Ben Yehoyada. It goes much further, and he talks about the secret of the nipple, but I didn't bring the whole thing. So you can see that on your own time if you like. Ben Yehoyada, though, he talks about Am Levadad Yishkon. He talks about Lev and Dad and what Lev is. He says Lev is Bina. Listen, we're not getting into that, but it has that Safra did Tznius and stuff that eventually we will. And maybe we'll see that Ben Yehoyada about that. And Ben Yehoyada, by the way, brings a Gemara which implies that maybe a woman's breasts are not erva. The Gemara says that it should be makom erva. I don't know. I'm not making any socks over here. I'm just saying that when a girl is in the mikvah and makes a bracha, she covers her bottom, but her top can be exposed when she makes a bracha. A girl can make a bracha without a shirt. So I don't know maybe it's the shadow government that's telling us that, All I'm saying is that I'm with Miley Cyrus, # free the nipple. Just kidding. All right. But all I'm saying is it's a fairish Gemara, All I'm saying is that it's a fairish Gemara. Like, and I'm gonna send this to Miley Cyrus, be like, yo, I have a riot for you. Hit me up. Okay. They have all those Gemaras. And then if you look all the way down, I brought more Gemaras and more Pesukim and more things. Oh, this is a good one. They ask they ask this guy Yossi ben Kisma, when's Mashiach ben David gonna come? When's Ben David gonna come? He's like, I'm not dying. He was like, fine. When whoa. When the gate falls and it's built, and then falls and then it's built, and then falls and then they're not gonna be able to build it. The gate is gonna fall. What is this gate? Ich weiß nicht. Gate? I don't know. All right. More Gemaras that talk about stuff. Oh, I brought this Gemara in Yoma because eventually Persia is going to fall in the hands of Rome. I just talked about that, and I didn't even. I just bring things that I see, but I don't necessarily do them. Okay, weiter. I brought something in Peter, weiter. I brought this TED Talk of Bill Gates.
Yeah, I was gonna say you brought a TED Talk into it.
I brought it, dude. I have a lot more maclchuyos on Bill Gates. We're just starting the sugya right now. I'm not saying that he's Gog. Gates. I'm not saying that he's. All I'm saying is that if you look behind him, it looks like a coronavirus, right? Bill Gates 5 years ago was saying that this is going to happen. Now, I'm not saying that he's good, that he's bad. All I'm saying is that he's relative to the sugya. And if you, so this is, but, and also, if you check my Facebook, my YouTube channel, there's a playlist called Shiabud Maclchuyos. And on that playlist, I have some things about Bill Gates. And also, there's this one thing, I didn't bring it, but I saw it. It was the trailer to the Netflix thing inside Bill Gates' brain. And the end of the trailer, he's playing with his dad. He's playing cards. And some guy, and playing cards, he's getting so lucky, and he's destroying the game. And what game is he playing? And so first I thought, Bill Gates is cool, he's just a chiller, playing cards, like playing war. And I'm like, playing war? Milchemes Gog umagog. He's telling us he's like. So I didn't see the documentary yet. I only saw the trailer. So I wanted to give Shir a few times before I saw the documentary and talk about these ideas. I got the rest of the Gemara in Brachos that he says, right? He says, Yanak mishde imo. He was sucking his mom's breast. And he stared at her nipples. Amar Shira, and he said a song talking about David. I shouldn't forget all the mulav. My kokumulav. What's he talking about kokumulav? Amar Yabo. Sha'azalo dadim b'makom bina, because he put him by the heart. The heart is bina, right? And so he put the breast by the heart. That's why David was so happy. He takes her, putting them by the heart. Time am I? Why did he put the breast by the heart? So that he shouldn't have to stare at makom erva. Wait a second, michlal that they're calling her reproductive organ makom erva, and they're saying that breasts are dafka not erva. I'm just saying, I'm blevish fair over here. I'm just saying that it seems to be that breasts are not erva. Hashtag free the nipple. I'm just saying it's a Gemara in Brachos. I don't know. But also maybe that's connected to the shadow government. I don't know. We're just trying it here. The kids there are more Gemaras that I brought. I brought some more Gemaras that say things about what's going to happen in the days of Messiah and what are prerequisites for Mashiach to come. I brought them here. I brought them there. We're not going to get to those today. I just brought them for your viewing pleasure. If you want to check out that Bill Gates is talking about it. What do you guys think? That he definitely knows about it, but so all I'm saying, I don't know anything about Bill Gates. I know that.
Saying look at the video and try to see if he's part of the shadow government.
Yeah, I'm saying he seems to be very involved all of a sudden. So curious, so interesting that a few years ago he opened up this Bill and Melinda Gates virus thing, and also he was going to Africa and giving them all these vaccinations and doing all these things. All I'm saying is that I got my eyes on him. I'm not saying that he's a lizard person. I'm saying that he's relevant to the sugya. That's all I can say right by now. He's relevant to the sugya. Libi omerly that he's evil, but that's just that. I would never say that in shir, because I don't have a raya. Just the fact that he was playing war. In his game. Why is he playing war? And other things. He just looks smarmy. Also, I heard some. If you check the Shiabud Maclchuyos playlist, the guy that he started Microsoft with said that he was evil. So listen, we're just bliving here. I'm just bringing up the sugya, and we're gonna go weiter. But this could be the end of Shibud Malchus right here. This could be like, not right here, I'm saying like this year, and these chavrusas and these chavuras could bring us, you know, we're just getting our feet wet, both in the sugya and in like the zushtel to the mitzias of today. I'm just bringing it up, and we should, like, I'm looking forward to go invite there in the sugyas.
Shkoyach.
Shkoyach gadol, yo.
Shkoyach. Thanks, Shmuel.
Yeah, what's up?
No, I'm saying thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So if you guys want to come Sunday, you can. I'm gonna usually, like, you know, like I give shear twice a week. Like there's like the only orayta shear, which is like my favorite, because then like you don't have to read everything. The guys know how to learn. And the other shear, like it's a little bit like of a different level, of a lower level. But you know, we talk with like different people. Sometimes we have like this Palestinian kid from Ottawa who comes in. Like sometimes other people. We had a girl one time. You know, anyone is invited to come. You guys can come. You can come with your parents or whatever. But just putting it out there, that like don't think that like you guys are not invited to the Sunday one as well. But the Sunday one really is just me preparing to like give fire to the orayta zoomshteig. You know, thank you guys so much for coming. I can't wait to see you again, and we'll talk. And do some research on the sugya if you want to. You know, no one's forcing, but if you want to, do some research on the sugya. Then you have any ideas all week long, like you could always hit me up, and we can talk. Peace out. Much love.
Good seeing you.
Always great. Bye.
See you guys. Bye, Jake. Shmuel, thank